What's up? What's up? Personal records so far. We got deadlift, we got pull ups, we got push ups, we got dead hang, we got bench, we got dips, squat, overhead press, RDLs. My stats are I'm 109 kilograms or 197 centimeters tall or 232 centimeters tall. That's 240 pounds. That's 6'5 3/4". That is 88 inches. Please forgive me. I gotta come over here and mute this because I don't want to hear my own voice reverbing back to me. Thank you very much. Okay. Anyways, back to business. What's up, Callie? So with our deadlift, we are maxed out so far. I don't know what my maximums are. But this is what I have. I've never gone through doing all of these things and seeing how much I can actually do. I did at one point in time, but I've since then forgotten those numbers. So these are the numbers that I've been able to do thus far, or that I recall. But yeah, deadlift 345 pounds, pull-ups. At one point in time, I was able to do 12 pull-ups. I remember that distinctively. I do have that written down somewhere. I don't know where it is. But as of right now, my record is 8. I've built up back to doing 8. 500 pushes in one unbroken set. That's one set where I stay in a plank for the entire duration. And yeah, your hips can't go up into the air or come down to the floor. You have to stay arms straight. You can like be in like a plank position, and you can like move between one arm and the other arm, and like uh, you know, do this with your arms. Get blood flow to your arms. Words, whatever. I don't know. Dead hang 59 seconds, and that's with these suckers. These suckers rotate. If you couldn't tell, it's just a string and some PVC. And so 59 seconds on that. My bench, 15 for 135, which is not a lot. I know I can do more. I just don't know how much I can do. I didn't write it all down. 10 dips, squat 3 for 205. For reference, I am 240 pounds. I should be squatting, obviously, my body weight. But again, I have not recorded or really cared about barbell weights. Usually I'm more of like a calisthenics sort of guy, or like a explosive, athletic. That's kind of how I train. So I've never really gone for strength. And so this is what these are for me. This is me finally recording what my barbell strength is at, right? So yeah, it's low because I don't know. And also if I'm being honest with you, doing those 3 at 205 was hard. So I'm weak. Being at 6'5", 6'5", and or 197 centimeters tall, 6'5 3/4". You could round up to 6'8", would be fine. Overhead press at 9 with 95 pounds. RDLs for 6 for 275. So that's what we have. Today is push day, and today's workout is dips with bench and what was the other one? Overhead press. So I'm going to try and do 2 hard sets per. I have about 45 minutes to work out, which means I can't make my rest periods that long. So I suppose without further ado, I should just try and go. My dips are at 10, so I'm trying to do it 11 for this first set, at least 11. They're not perfect dips, it's assuming. I'm obviously going to try and get them perfect, but you are where you are. What up, Maggie? How you doing, homie? I can probably angle that camera down just a little bit. That might be nice, so it's not as bright and you can see a little bit more of me. How's that? Is that better? I don't know, but that's going to be the only adjustment I make because I don't care as much about the camera. Make sure to like and sub, y'all. Oh, thanks, Maggie. What's up, homie? We're going for 11. Need warm up. Well, it's body weight, so it shouldn't be a terrible strain. couple reps are like baby reps. Working. Yeah, they're not that great reps, but that's pretty good. I think that was good effort. So that was good effort. Intensity. I always feel like I could have put another one in, another rep in. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, Mabel. Never get up, never give up and stay strong. Yeah, I mean, yeah, never give up. Sometimes you stumble, you know, but eventually you catch your bearing, you know, so it's just a matter of, as long as you keep chugging at it, you know, it doesn't matter, you'll get there. Okay, that's a new best, I guess. I'll definitely have to watch that back and watch my form. I just want to see if it was good, you know. I did 14. 14 is my number. I was one away from 15. Sweet, so I'm gonna try and get myself to 25 reps with dips, and then we're gonna go to weighted dips at some point in time. I was like thinking I needed to get a weight belt for my dips and my pull-ups, but actually I have a harness. I could actually just hook up a harness and, you know, just use the carabiner and like some more rope, which I have rope. You know, duh, climber, obviously. But there you go. Sweet. So I did 14. I banged out 14. Let's look back at the footage real quick. I just want to see what my form looks like when I'm going. This sort of kind of strength program that I'm following allows for you to take pretty decent long rests, like pretty decent rest periods. Let's look back on this form right quick. Right, chill. Well, we'll change angles later. I'll look back on the form. Back, you animals, back. I really pushed through that last one too. All right, so I push up, I'm on the dip, I'm down. It's not 90 degrees, but it's the first one. Second one, ooh, I think you just barely get there if you do for the second one. Third one is a little bit higher. Fourth one, it looks good. Fifth one looks good. Actually, your dips don't look bad, dude. I lost count. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, Nice. I love dips, bro. Dips are the shindig. 12. Yeah, you start kind of bowing your back a little bit. Nice. Sweet. Cool, cool. All right, let's move the cursor thing up to date. Up to date, sucker. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Right towards the end there. Thank y'all so much. Okay. Huh? Ten-second delay. Okay. Nice. Sweet. Well, we got one more set of dips, and then we're gonna do bench. I'm excited for bench. I know that I can do 15 reps of 135 pounds. I did the math calculations. I should be able to do at least 195, 196 pounds, given my weight, given, and we're actually more specifically like my measurements, like my arm length, my shoulder to foot length, you know, how much weight is in my, but like specifically like how much weight is in a press when I do a push-up, you know what I mean? And doing how many push-ups I do, I should be able to do 195 pounds. 185 pounds is on the bar there. So I'm excited to see if I can press it up and then press it down and then all the way up, all the way down, all the way up. Yeah, that's gonna be exciting. With that being said, I am gonna do a couple practice reps with it. I have not touched that bar yet. I mean, I guess I have put my hands on it, but I haven't felt the weight of the bar. But I'm gonna do like, you know, I'm gonna press it up and I'm gonna do a couple of practice reps before I get to that. Usually it's by the third one I'm doing like a real rep. Yeah. I mean, that's what happens with the dips here. Okay, last time I did 11, this time I did 14. Try and see if I can hit 14 again, or try and go past 14. Kitty! Yeah, Calicia. She's just like, no. We getting a lot of ceiling and fan today. Yeah, you are, Maggie. That's what you get. Do you not like the ceiling and fan combination? Is that better? I hope that helps. Callie, yep. Yep. You know, actually seeing it spelled out with a C, I mean, I've never actually seen her name written out, and I've always thought that it was Callie with a K. Just for some reason, I think K's look cooler than C's do, but that's just me. Yeah, right. I moved it an inch. That's enough, right? I don't know. Look at that cat. Wow. Alright, I have until about I have to be 100% done by 2:25, so I have less than, okay, so I gotta get going. Alright. Let's see how many we can do. me give it a decent effort. Decent intensity. Okay. I gotta write these things down. Got my sheet of paper here. I did 14 the first time. I did 11. Wait, did I? Yeah. I was shooting for 12, but I didn't press up at all. So, intensity was good on the first one. Or no, the effort was good. I put in good effort. And the intensity that's pretty intense. This time around, intensity, let's see, it was pretty intense. Getting to, like once I got to 9, it was really intense. And then 10, it felt, yeah. And then 11, yeah. And then I just I guess I mentally checked out before 12 hit. My brother's name is Cal. Nice. Cool. Is that short for something like Calvin? I'd say for the second one, I put in a moderate amount of effort, but it was still good intensity. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, overhead press, or bench press. We're done with the dips. Exit stage right. Here's the bench. The water right there. Right there. Is this better for you? Okay. That's good enough. I'm not going to mess with it. I don't need the mirror for this. Okay. So we got a new dip record, 14. That's good. It's always good. $185 pounds. Mind you, this is after doing dips. No, I'm warmed up. I don't need any warm up for bench. My dips warmed me up for sure. This is bench, but it is at a slight incline. I could lower it so that it's a completely flat bench, but I figure it's not necessarily an incline bench, but it is kind of like an incline bench, just a little bit, just a tad. So I don't know if that actually works the inner part of your chest more to do just like a level 1 incline bench, but I don't know. This kind of feels a little more comfortable to me. So yeah, but there's definitely much more range of motion. It might be more difficult, honestly. Wunderbar. Hello from Berlin. Are you in Berlin right now? Like, I checked out so clearly, and then I came back, and then it's just like, I have no idea what. I'm just gonna press. I'm just gonna press stuff. Are you ready? You know, it might be better to do a flat bench, because it would be easier. Why is that so difficult? I don't want to underestimate the weight. I've never done 185 Let's see what's up. Hello there. Wow. That actually was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. But now I know that I can bench 185 for one. That is a new record. That is not my working weight. That's a little too much for me. I am weak. All right, I'm 240 pounds. I'm 6'5" and 3/4. I'm almost 6'6". And all I can bench is 185 for one rep. But you know what? I can still kick your butt. If you don't believe me, why don't you come on over and let's spar? Have ourselves a nice little sparring match. See what's good. Okay, so 185, a little too much. I believed I could do it. So, I mean, it happened. It's 25 now? Yeah, 25. Okay. So, I squatted 205. So, I would hope that my bench, is not as strong as my my squat, 30 pounds. At 30 pounds to 135, that'll be 160, right? Or 135, 140, 150. Well, no. 135, and then add 15 on each side. That's 30 in total. Okay, right? They're at 30. 135, you get 165. So instead of 185, we're dropping 20 pounds, going to 165 and seeing if that is a good working weight. I did one. I don't know. I mean, I'm happy with that number. I'm also not happy with that number. I feel like I should be a lot stronger, but also it's not something that I've trained, so I shouldn't be so hard on myself because lifting weights is a skill, just like running is a skill, or doing martial arts is a skill, or playing the trombone is a skill, or drawing or cooking, blah 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 blah. You shouldn't be hard on yourself based on what you haven't done. His max is probably 2 something, just a guess though. I just did 185 for one, and that was really hard. I almost didn't get it up. If the conditions were like 100% right, maybe I could do 200, if that's what you're saying. Like if I had a spotter, I'd probably feel more comfortable, going harder with heavier weight, but I don't know. 185, I just did 185. I think that means that's the most I've ever knowingly done. I may have done more in the past, I may not have, but I never wrote it down, so I don't know. But 165, let's find out if this is a good working weight. I'm coming from calisthenics and doing like plyometric sort of exercises. Like I do Muay Thai and stuff like that, so like lots of jumping, lots of, running and stuff. I've never really cared terribly about seeing how much I could do weight-wise, but now I'm trying to shift into that mindset, so yeah. Oh, yo, Chris, yeah, what about your shrooms, bro? True. Yeah, man, what happened with them shrooms, Chris? Bro. You could do things. I'm going to take a shower. True. That's very specific. Nice. Alright, well I did one. I don't feel like I do a crazy workout. So hopefully 165 is a good working weight. Hopefully I can get like 6 or something like that with this. Woo! Cool. I knew that if I wasn't going to be able to lift it up, it wasn't heavy enough that I wasn't going to be able to manipulate it going up or down. So if a worst comes to worst, I didn't make it over the bar, I could have come down and then just like rolled it to my hips and then sat up with it here and then get like a better position and, you know. 165 for 6, 7. Was it 7? Well, I can look back. Let's look back. At least you can say it yourself if needed. Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. I feel like if I had a spotter, I'd probably be more risky, But I don't know. There's always that thought in the back of my mind, like I don't want this thing to crush my head, right? I'm trying to get stronger, so. I feel like when you work out alone, like, yeah, you do have to kind of go off of yourself because there's no friend or something to have a schedule to go off of or competing sort of mentality towards or with. And so you don't like keep yourselves like, you have to do it yourself when you're by yourself. And then, I can't go as hard. I don't have a spotter. Okay, I have fucking like 10 minutes to go. Go time. I need to get all this done. I did 6 maybe. So I did 1 with 185. And then I did, I don't know how many for 165. The first time it was good intensity. It was good effort. I really had to press that in. No, the effort was good on the bench. And the intensity was also good. That's so funny. I did 6, 7. I either did 6 or I did 7. I don't remember. Weights hurt. Yeah, feel that. Yeah, true, bro. Weights fucking hurt, bro. Alright. 190. 195. That's what I was able to do overhead press. So this is 135. So I should probably take this off and try and just go for like 100 and something pounds. I do want to see how much I can go for. Wait, with overhead press I did 9 for 95 pounds. So I should be able to do 100 or something like that. At least. So we're at 45 pounds. So we need, say we add 50, 60 pounds. You need like 60 pounds maybe. This will put it at 105. 105 pounds right here. I was able to do 95 pounds with 9 reps. So I'm just adding 10 pounds to that. I should be able to go more. I feel like I should be able to go more. I did 9 for 95. I don't have time. I don't have time. What if I add a 10 instead and make it 20? That's 50, 60, 70 pounds that I added. 10. Yeah, right. 50, 60, 70 plus 135. That's 115. Yeah, right. 75 plus 45. Yeah, that's 115. Okay. I gotta go. I'm getting out of here, but I respect the grind. You got this. Don't overdo it and get lots of sleep and water. Have a good one, fam. Same to you, bro. Thanks, homie. Let's go. At 9. 9. I was trying to go for 10, but I didn't. 9 adds. For 2, 115. Okay. Meg, yes. I got my first flush 2 days ago. Hell yeah, dude. Send me some. Alright, we did 2, 15. I was able to do 115 for 9 reps. So now we're going to add 10, 115 to 125 and see how many I can do. So we're just going to see how many of these I can do, and then that's the end of my workout, and I got to go. So thank you all for stopping by. This is going to be the last hoorah for the day. Hope you all enjoyed. Back on the grind, baby. Taking 2 weeks off, man. Like, I did some on and off work, but it's nice. It would have been nicer if I had planned to take 2 weeks off, but it's okay. All right, let's get the last set. did 3 for 125. Okay, so that's probably my number then. 3, 125. And the intensity on that one. Oh, no. Whoops. The intensity was okay. It could have been better. And same thing with the effort. Honestly, yeah, I feel like I could have put a little bit more time into, the last set there, but it's all good. All right, well, I'm getting out of here. I got places to go. That's a lot of press and power. Ah, yes. Man, aren't dips, bench, and overhead press too much in one session? Man, hell no. Look at what I was gonna do. Dips, I was gonna do decline bench, then incline bench, then overhead press. And I was like, nah, that's too much. And so now it's dips, bench, overhead press. And I moved my deadlift to Thursdays instead. This was going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but now it's Monday, Wednesday, deadlift is Thursday, and then pull-ups, that's Friday. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, oh, hey, wait a second. You can watch this, and then I gotta go. Let's see, we did 3 for 125. Oh, snap. We're changing the record. Overhead press, it was 95 pounds. Now we're doing 3 for 125. So, okay, this is what I got so far. RDLs, 225 for 6. Overhead press, 3, 125 pounds. Squat, I did 3 for 205. Yeah, I got to get that up, I know. Dip, I did 14. Very proud of that today. Bench, I did 1 for 185. That's good to know. Dead hang, 59 seconds. Push-ups, 501 unbroken set. Pull-ups, we're at 8 right now. 12 is my all-time record. Deadlift, 345 pounds. Yep, and those are my stats, 109 kilograms. That's one, weight, goodness gracious, height, and wingspan. Thank you. Anyways, I'm out of here. I gotta go. See y'all later. I'm gonna keep tracking these every single day. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a fun journey. I'm super excited, but I gotta go. Okay. Adios, y'all. See ya. Boom.